children, a very warm welcome, and today's topic will be kinetic energy, its various forms, and the mathematical expression of it. What kinetic energy, what potential energies, etc. we have discussed it previously, so I am not going back into that. If you want more description or more explanation, you can have a look in the previous video whose link is already sent. Now we will talk about the types of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, as we know, it is due to the motion of the body. So now let's study or talk about this motion. It's my old toy car which is back again, and if a body is doing this type of motion, so what could you see over here? Number one, the body is ignore the different parts of the car right now. We will talk about it the later time. First is the body is displacing from this position till this position. So, and over here you can see, since it is a smooth horizontal surface, it is using to move in a straight line. Now let's come to books, page number 32. Of course, our textbook, Concise Physics for Class 10. The motion of a body in a straight line path is called translational motion. Anything in a straight line path, for example, this car I already mentioned. Other than that, if I take just this another toy car and drop it down, you can see that it is just in a straight line. So this is also a translational kinetic energy. Any body's movement which is in a straight line, whether it is horizontal or whether it is vertical, it is having translational kinetic energy. Now, I told you to ignore the body parts. Now we are concentrating. The wheels are attached over here, and now you can see that this is the rod which is holding over here, acting as an axis of rotation, and every time I am moving it or giving it a force, see, the body is in a certain motion at its same place. So over here, of course, there is a displacement of various parts of the body. For example, if I am placing my hand over here, you can see that finger is being displaced up till this point. That means it took a 180-degree turn. The whole body is not displacing from one place to another, but these points are displacing. Again, number one, over here, if I just make it move very slowly, if I move it very fast, it will go here and there. So I'm just moving it very slowly. So you can see that the ball is just rotating. In fact, this type of rotation is just the representation of the Earth's rotation around the sun, or the moon's rotation around the Earth. So let's study the definition. If a body rotates about an axis, the motion is called rotational motion, and the kinetic energy of the body is known as rotational kinetic energy. Spinning top, Earth rotating on its own axis, the atoms of diatomic or polyatomic molecules which are continuously in motion. There are various shells in which they are placed, that is S, P, D, F. These are the topics of chemistry. So once you get through in detail of the knowledge of any molecule, and there are more detailed topic or the stream of physics, which is nanophysics or particular physics. So all these things are having rotational kinetic energy. The last one is vibrational kinetic energy. Over here, see, this scale is having a point where I am holding, and after that, whenever I am just leaving it, see, every time when I am leaving it once or twice, by keeping it holding at the same point, it is just showing a vibration. Now this type of vibration you can also see in a pendulum. I have lost my plumb line, so with the example of this only I have to give it to you. you can see that every time pendulum is just in motion, there is a vibration of the thread along with the bob. So wherever a body is fixed at one point and showing a vibration at the other parts of the body, it is the vibrational kinetic energy. There is those who plays guitar. I have left the guitar in the previous house. So those who plays guitar, they also can see, check that when they are striking the strings, that is any of the strings. So over here, it can be E string, it can be A string, any of the strings. So whenever they are striking those strings, the strings are vibrating and the music is played over there. Some people use plucks or some people use the fingers itself. It is their choice, but they are actually vibrating those strings. And there can be some topics like the rubber bands, etc., that also can be vibrated. So all these are examples of the vibrational kinetic energy. Note, depending upon its state of motion, a moving body may possess either one or more than one form of kinetic energy. A wheel, a rolling ball can have kinetic energies both in translational and rotational motion. Please underline that. And wheel, as I have given the example, once it is displacing and once it is rotating. So both the examples of two types of kinetic energy. Now we will go to the mathematical form or expression of kinetic energy, that is K. Yes, unlike potential energy, which has a separate denotation which is U, kinetic energy can be denoted by K itself. The relation, the derivation is you can go through once, but it is not very compulsory. So over here you can remember the final formula, that is K is equal to half mv square, where it is just energy, as we know it is the same expression of work, that is force into displacement. Over here only these two values are replaced and the acceleration above and below gets cancelled. It is resulting in half mv square. The kinetic energy of a body depends on square of its velocity of motion. So if the velocity is 2 meter per second square, kinetic energy depends on 4, not 2 itself. So please underline this point. On doubling the velocity of a motion of the body, the kinetic energy becomes 4 times. A very common question of 1 marks in ICSE, it used to come, and since we are in the form of MCQ, this type of questions can also be repeated. In other words, a faster moving body has some more kinetic energy than a slow body of the same mass. The mass of suppose these two boxes, though the shape is different, these two boxes, if I consider this to be same, in that case also the speed of both of them are different. So this one with more speed or more velocity in the same direction, since it is linear, I can say velocity. So this one having more velocity have more kinetic energy than this box, which though is bigger in size, more in mass, but having a less velocity. Kinetic energy and momentum. P is the formula, which is P is equal to mv, or formula of momentum is P is equal to mv. Other than that, kinetic energy is half mv square. When both of them are equated, it does give the P to be either equal to root over 2mk or K is equal to P square by 2m. So this is the formula. Now there are various cases given. A light body of mass m and a heavy body b both have same momentum, then kinetic energy of light body will be more than that of this. Now putting this formula in various ways, that means whether increasing the mass of A from B or increasing the mass from B or A, or changing the velocity in every case, we can find out that what can be the different cases or the outcomes or the conclusions of the cases. This next important part which we are going to talk is work energy theorem. This whole derivation and its proof is very important. When we talk about this work energy theorem, it simply states that increase of kinetic energy in a body is equal to the work done. It is the mathematical form and it is the basic statement. As for the statement given, according to the work energy theorem, the increase in kinetic energy of a moving body is equal to the work done of the body acting in the direction of the moving body. Direction has to be straight or direction has to be same. Now, if this body's speed is increased, now whatever the speed was at this position, it quite increased when it traveled over here. Now this change in the kinetic energy, since it is half mv squared, so as the velocity is changing, of course the kinetic energy is increasing. This results in the finally calculation of work done. That is only the work energy theorem. This derivation, of course, is based on the first law of Newton's motion, that is the third one, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and after that the derivation is coming. So once if you go through it, I suppose it will be easier for you. The difference between potential and kinetic energy is a difference between a body at rest and a body in motion. The points you can write, if you write, there are certain questions which comes at that time, that if you write with the types of kinetic energy, will that be considered as a point of difference? No, it won't be, dear. So please go through these topics, as I said, mark the important ones and start reading this portion. The next topic will be coming soon. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.